How's everybody doing this evening? I brought a pen just in case I forget anything. Just put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So yeah, I've just come on really to see how everyone's doing, see who we can attract to the page today. We've grown with about 2 or 3 subscribers. We do occasionally lose 1 or 2. I'm not really fussed. If I can get up to the 400 mark or by Christmas, then these lives are working. But yeah, I don't have much going on really. I did the urine test, did the blood test, and it came back that all my numbers returned back to normal. I think it was 13.5, the white cells. When I did my blood test, my repeated blood test, it came down to 8.5. So there's still something slightly going on, but not enough to to get me on IVs, which I'm happy about. Hopefully I can leave it right at the end of November time to get the IVs in, and then I won't have any bloody nurses come round at Christmas, because I'm certainly not doing it at Christmas time. Forget that. It's just long-winded anyway, having nurses come in your house twice a day. Sometimes, a couple of times a day, maybe up 1 on top of that, because they've had to take more bloods or something, or pick something up or drop something off. So yeah, I'm going into Christmas hoping I can actually enjoy this year, because I've had some stressful Christmases and it ain't happening this year. My plans are to probably go out during Christmas if I'm well enough. That's to go and enjoy, I don't know, some time with friends. I've been a family man all my life. For a very, very long time, I've been a family man. I've not really had many times out at Christmas. I think I've been out 2 times at New Year, which were with a friend of mine, an old friend of mine. And I joined up with him recently, and then he went strange. So I'm not too sure. Maybe I'll just hijack someone's work Christmas do, pretend I work for the company. But yeah, I'm just chilling out really, guys. Just chilling, seeing if we get any numbers before I lay my pretty head to sleep. So what's everyone doing this Friday night? Is anybody having a drink? Are they getting a takeaway in? Hello, Rubby Ducky Squad. How you doing, Rubby Ducker? You floating okay, mate? Everything good? And you know the word rubber dubber? Rubber dubber? Rubber ducker. I don't know if anyone remembers you. Years ago, you used to have a CB radio, a handheld CB. You used to have a rubber ducky on the end of it. So that's what reminds me. I'm just talking about my chest condition, really, mate. This is a long channel. We talk about bronchiectasis. It's very linked to cystic fibrosis. So basically, it's just damage of airways and just getting loads of infections. So let's talk about that. I update people how I'm going, how I'm getting on, when my treatment plan is, things like that. And then sometimes we just talk about anything and everything. If someone pops up like yourself and says something, we'll talk about that. I had a random live just about a week ago. Someone asked me about bad spirits and all that, and what do I think? So I just go with the flow. If I don't get things like that, and I'm just rambling, I just end the live. But I've just come to update my following that basically, so far so good at the moment with my chest infections. Um, I'm probably coming on the antibiotics at the end of November. Are you a good person? Yeah, I'd like to be a good person, mate, but I don't believe anyone's a good person. We all have our moments in life, you know what I mean? Hi, Strawberry. We all have our moments where we can be absolute idiots, sometimes even monsters. You know what I mean? We can be monsters to the closest people around us. And, when it's all said and done, whether it's our mother, whether it's our sister's partner, and we say that word when we're angry, you know, anyone can be a bad person, anyone can be a good person. I think we're a bit of both, really. I don't think I've ever looked at a person and just thought, you're a very good person, because life has taught me that I want to believe that they're this good person, yeah. I hold them dear until they do something bad. And when they do something bad, I can still love them, but it'll take a lot more this time to gain my trust and my respect. And I think that's like with anyone. I think we've all been hurt. Yeah, thank you. What is it? It sounds like koi. Is it koi or no? It's an L. I used to like koi carp. I used to have a pond and some large fish, but because I've got this illness, bronchiectasis, we get chest infections. So sometimes if I was doing slight maintenance around the pond or feeding the fish or whatever, I'd always encounter infections in my chest. So it's a bit tricky really having hobbies. I love gardening. I like to do gardening, but I've got to be very careful there. I'm currently on a gardening course, and someone asked, "Have you got a pair of gloves?" And I said I was going to say that because all the bacteria gets in your fingernails and things like that. It's very dangerous with people with their suppressed lungs. All right, Alan. I'm from Manchester. You can call it Salford. But yeah, where are you from, Alan? Everybody in the chat, tell us where you're from. Tell us what's brought you here today. Like I say, I'm here to grow the channel. I'm also here to talk about anything. If you're feeling low, depressed, and you want some advice, anything. Yeah, Alan, Salford, mate. So yeah, if you want any advice or anything like that, or you just want to get something out that's on your chest, I'll be your good Samaritan, because I've had to rely on good Samaritans, because the people that you think like your family, you can run to them with things. You can't, because it's weird when you talk to your family about issues, they want them to just disappear. So they'll tell you, forget about it, stop, do other things, forget about it. And even though it's coming from a good place, it's not like speaking to a stranger, because a stranger will be completely impartial. What's up, Alan? If you want to talk about it, mate, you can tell, fire away. But if you don't want to talk, I understand, because you've got your name there. So I know what you're saying. But if you want to come on anonymously or whatever it is, I can help you out there. But this time of year, we all suffer with depression, guys. We've all got something going on in our lives, and with it coming into them darker months, financial crisis, putting food on the table, trying to live up with this hype that unless you give your children everything, that you're not a good parent. That shit needs to stop. You need to take the kids back to grassroots and show them Christmas is about Jesus. It is in my case anyway. It's about love, it's respect, and it's about being around the family. It's about having that family unit. And it's also about giving, but not, giving, receiving. We don't want to teach these kids that it's about being spoiled rats and they can get recycled stuff every year. I look at it like this: give your kids what you can afford. Don't look at it as if, say for instance, you had a bit of a traumatic childhood and a bit of a neglected one, or whatever it is, or just your family didn't have the cash to get you that big present. Don't always think because you didn't, you need to get your children that plus more, plus more, plus more, and put yourself in debt, which there's people taking their lives. There's people taking their lives over debt. You know, I had a family member, and I'm not going to go into great detail, but he was a very, very wealthy man. He owned racehorses and things like that, and I believe financial crisis, going into debt, selling his horses, led to him taking his own life and just going into liquidation, and things like that. But yeah, there's more to life than money. There's more to life than lifestyle, and there's more to life than materialistic things. Something you can't buy is having someone's time. And I mean, someone who wants to listen to you speak and wants to, just listen to what you got to say, but not just reply with telling you you're stupid or just replying to get their side. Just conversation, because you'll find out when you're spending your time doing something that you love, or something that takes your mind completely off what you're thinking about. Time goes so fast. So then just be careful that when you're not doing anything, you start thinking about all the bad stuff. Because when I was on this gardening course, it was only like 2.5 hours, and all we was doing was pruning some tomatoes. And I swear to God, we was under a polytunnel. And I don't know if anyone goes camping, but when the rain starts flicking the tent and you hear the rain hitting the tent, I don't think there's anything more tranquil than listening to that. Especially when you live in a city where you hear crackheads all the time, you hear sirens, So we was under the polytunnel and the rain hitting that. I could have stayed doing that all night long. And it's weird. That's my relaxation. I used to enjoy going fishing as well, but because of this health problem with my lungs, I've probably not fished in about 15 years, and I was thinking about doing it this year, but we had a terrible summer. So by the time I was thinking about buying stuff, I thought I'm not fishing in that. I'm sorry, I don't know what we got this year in England as a summer. I bet London was a lot better than Manchester. So yeah. So does anyone want to talk about anything? And Alan, if you're still in the chat, mate, just remember, we go to bed feeling sad, depressed, and stressed, but we don't know how we're going to wake up in the morning. I had a terrible night the other night, mate. I was tossing and turning. It's like I couldn't sleep. Do you know when people say it's like there's a full moon outside? Well, I was depressed, and it got to the point where I thought, how am I gonna function in the morning if I can't get a sleep? Anyway, I woke up today. I weren't even that bad. I'll be honest with you, I weren't even that bad at all. I thought it'd be a lot worse. I thought I'll have no energy. I don't want to do anything, but I was the opposite to it. Then I went to see my friend in the internet cafe, and we was having a laugh. I wanted to print out a doctor's letter. So I said, can't I just Bluetooth it to your printer? He said, no. If I did that, people outside the shop, they could send it all to the printer. I could be upstairs and they'd rob it. So I said, okay. I said, what we got to do now then, mate? He said, he got my phone. He's got to send this file to anybody on my WhatsApp. I said, no. I said, don't send that file to a friend, send it to me mum. So he sent it to me mum and then we printed it off. So I got that posted out today. But that's it really. Just I've had a lot of family come round today, all my nieces. So that was quite fun. In our family, there's lots of girls. I mean, they outnumber us by about 10 to 1. So they all come in. There was me, my dad, and then we was outnumbered by about 10 of the girls, 6 of the girls, can't remember. But yeah, it's mad when you think about it. There's got to be a lot more women on this planet, because how would the world work? Say, for instance, there was an apocalypse or the dinosaurs come back. I'm only joking. I don't believe in dinosaurs. But imagine there was this apocalypse and it wipes out, I don't know, 50% of the women and 80% of the men, because there's so many women on the planet who could reproduce. So I know for a fact, I don't know the statistics, but there's got to be a hell of a lot more women on the planet than men. But when you're in a nightclub, there isn't. When you're in a nightclub, it's all men. Right, guys, I'm gonna shoot off anyway. Does anyone want to ask me anything? I hope you're all right there, Alan. Yeah. Don't worry about a thing, mate, because every little thing is gonna be all right. Woke up this morning to the rising sun. 2 little birds outside my doorstep. But it's true. We worry about things that are out of our control. We worry, and it's very true. I get very philosophical, but it's very true. Now, what you got to think about is us as human beings, we worry about things that are out of our control. We can't even control if our heart stops beating. So if you think about that, we can't control if our heart beats beat stops. How can we control things that we want to work, or we want people to see where you perceive things, where you see danger, where you see worry? It's out of our control. We can't take our head off and put it on their body, and we're worrying as if we're them when they ain't got a care in the world. They haven't got a care in the world. You know, you could talk a glass eye to sleep. You could talk a glass eye to sleep to some of these people. They still don't get it. Or if they do get it, they're just pretending that they didn't hear you right the first time. Yeah? They just pretend. They act stupid, and then you're going over the same subject 10 times. You're trying to go a different route. You try to go a different route with the twats, and you end up still going around the hamster wheel. Yeah, you're still pedalling faster. And the cunt still got you the first time. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't fucking do it. I've been there, got the t-shirt, worn it. I'm fucking the dumb one. You're the dumb one. You're having to explain something 10 times. The problem isn't you. The problem isn't explaining the situation. The problem isn't explaining boundaries or, things like that. It's them. They don't. They get it. They don't want to act on it. So at the end of the day, if it comes from someone else, they may act on it. If it comes from a person they supposedly love, it means absolutely fuck all. It comes with a tag. Take it back to the store, love. Don't waste your energy. Like I say, guys, we are human, but we're also spiritual. Yeah, we're spiritual. So when we're giving advice, companionship, love, we're giving so much of us to a person. If they don't appreciate that, then it's up to you what you do. Do you continue fighting a lost cause? Do you one day hope these people screw their head on and realise they've got what they got before they lose it? There's no point. These people will quite happily lose you. They'll quite happily lose you because they surround themselves in toxicity. And when the toxicity level's so high, blowing smoke up each other's ass is just going to continue to keep these monkeys branching. So I realised that I've still got hair on my head. I'm going a bit grey round the beard, but whilst I've got the hair on my head and the hair on my chin, I might as well keep it because I've seen young folk go bald. The stress is no good, guys. The stress, cut it out. If anyone brings you stress, and that stress is bringing you nothing, no enjoyment, not reciprocating your energy levels, question, why are you still there? Why are you still bothering? That's what you got to ask yourself. So anyone going through hardship, what else? Financial problems or relationship problems. If someone really loves you, they'll never leave you. Remember that. But no one will ever love you like your mother. So if you think you're going to find someone like your mother, think again. You're never going to find no one like your mother. So just be mindful what women can give us in regards of love, companionship. Don't give your all, because if you give your all, if she leaves you, you've got nothing left. Think up here for thinking, down there for dancing. Don't do too much dancing, romancing. Yeah, use your brain. If a person tells you they love you, see what the actions. See if them actions follow them words. Because I think we all love differently. Yeah, someone's love might not match your love, and it's hard to explain what love is. We all come from different families. We all come from different childhoods, environments. So what someone might deem as love, the other person thinks that's not love. Actions. I'm all about actions. And that's what I think we need to do. People get in relationships, they undervalue themselves. They they get suckered into thinking someone loves them, and then because they've been suckered in that a person loves them, they stick around. They stick around when normally they should have fucked off ages ago, but they stick around, and the reason behind that is because if you tell a person who has had a good upbringing, yeah, who's been shown love, you love them, that is a big loyalty. That is a massive loyalty. That if a girl shows you that you've received it from your mother and your father, you're going to stick around. So anyway, in the year 2024, be mindful. This is for young generation, old generation. Be mindful of these women, because it's not the same generation. It's not when my mum and dad got married, they stayed together. If someone died, they didn't get married. None of that exists anymore. What exists is if you have an argument with your partner, yeah, you might take yourself away from the situation, get some space, and then it gives each other an open door to start gossiping and also chatting to the opposite sex. So social media, I believe social media has killed relationships. And it makes you wonder, what the fuck are we still doing on Facebook? I mean, I don't know if anyone remembers, we used to have MSN Messenger, where you used to sign in and you talk to your friends and you sign out. Now it's like we're constantly addicted to our phones. We're constantly addicted to our social media. So now people have Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Everyone thinks they're an Instagram model. They need a reality check. So you got Snapchat, TikTok. You got these silly ass grown-ups. You got these silly ass grown-ups doing silly ass dances on TikTok. So it's all part of the system. Yeah. Check my notifications. Ping, 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 ping. He's playing ping pong. He's playing ping pong with people's minds and people's families. It takes you away from your family. You need that downtime. Yeah. I know that we're always here at a click of a finger if something goes wrong, yeah, for our family. I'm not saying put your phone on do not disturb, don't look at your phone for 10 hours, but I'm saying be mindful. Would you, back in the 90s or the 80s, would you have a cordless phone on your stuck to your hand all day going ding 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 ding? All right, Dave, how are you doing, Dave? Ding ding ding. All right, are you? What she said, the silly cow. Oh, you never guess what? See, come on. We've turned into a world of gossipers, man. Toxicity, the toxicity level of mankind now. I don't even know who's real and who's fake anymore. And I thought I'm quite an intelligent person. I don't know who's intelligent. No, I'm intelligent. I don't know who's real or who's fake. And I'll leave you with that one, guys. If you can, trick me into believing something's real and it's fake, then you've done a bloody good job at disguising yourself. Because I think I'm good with my intuition. I think everyone's got a bit of intuition, yeah, and I think a lot of it is God-given. And I'm not being big-headed, yeah, because like I say, I've done good things and I've done bad things I'm not proud of, like we all have. But I think your intuition is very good when you start picking up things, and never go against your intuition. It might be wrong sometimes, but they say the stomach and the brain are connected. And not just putting food in the mouth and sending signals to the brain. They actually say the stomach is the second brain. So, have you ever had that feeling where you know something's not quite right, and then you go snooping, and then you find something? You know, maybe we are telepathic, and our intuition is God sending us signals to the stomach, to the brain, that something's not right. So I'm going to leave you with that one. Thank you everyone for staying put. I know a lot of people haven't commented, but that's fine as well. At least we've had a few stable stable watchers, and we'll go from there. Just be mindful, guys. It's very challenging times now. A lot of people don't have a good support network. A lot of people don't have a good family unit. For anyone that you know that might be lonely this time of year, reach out, even if it's just one message, whether that's on your Facebook, WhatsApp, and just say, hope you're okay. How you spending the festive finger? Just get it out, because you hear about all these suicides at this time of year. Yeah, just think about that. Right, guys, love you and leave you. Take care. Stallion signing out.